Now that's why I believe they got something they're not telling us. There's something big coming down the pike. There's no way this government would suddenly start showing us their cards. They're showing us what they're really made of. And the reason they're doing it, because it shows a sign of arrogance. A sign of arrogance. They're showboating. Now I think they overjumped the shark. Remember when Fonzie jumped the shark on Happy Days and a few weeks later they pulled the plug on it because it was just too much? People couldn't handle the Fonz. He was cool, but he got too cartoonish, you know? In the beginning, just a couple of little tricks. Jukebox, come on, remember? Hey, Correctamundo, Cunningham. Yeah, and then look, he jumped the shark and then canceled the show because it's just like too far out, man. We know you're Fonzie, but come on now. Well, you're hearing stuff. Oh, I saw a Podesta email that creeped me out. Proof that he's involved, and I'm gonna air this one on the next night chat. Hopefully today. I'll get that up and running. But we got to create a new organization, the American Safety Net, America Protection, something like that. It's just bigger than anything out there. All the military is welcomed. We get all the, what really bothers me when I see military people fight for this country, and I know the wars are fake. I know. They shouldn't be fighting these wars anyways, because you should never go and just follow orders on the stupidest orders. Go invade a country that has done nothing to you and just kill innocent kids. I know. But the people that are doing it are just following orders, doing their job. They're actually good people that think there's a real fight for the most part. They're not intentionally trying to go, be malice. Our vets, and then they come home and then we don't help them with medical. And that bothers me. So we got to get a program going once and for all that doesn't take no crap. When you're a vet and you come home hurt, you always get your medicine. A company that's so powerful, it cannot be challenged or denied. A company so powerful, it cannot be infiltrated. It's designed in a way where no one could ever run it. Where every American has a steering wheel to it. Every American can steer it. So it can never be infiltrated. It will always stand. It will always keep us protected. It will always keep us united. Yet, in the safety net we create, we are still far enough apart where anyone they kill cannot damage the safety net. Some kind of a system that's so powerful protects everybody in America. Once we get America fixed, then we go and fix the rest of the world. As a Christian, I believe the tribulation is coming, so I don't know if we're going to ever be able to get where I want to get. But we can at least create this awesome safety net that is still, hopefully it could ride all the way through the tribulation and keep a lot of people safe that otherwise wouldn't have been safe. It doesn't matter what you've done. If you're a thug or a creep, you have a right to a fair trial. Even the gang stalkers have a right to a fair trial. I think everybody should have a right to a fair trial, whether you're good or evil. Because we have to have law and order. We have to have a system that's fair. But the government buying property, the government taking people's property by force, the government running black ops programs on the people, is not the government of America. That's not the America way. They don't belong here. America, the government was supposed to be kept small. This is what the forefathers that created America wanted. A government that's always small, that's always held accountable, and that always answers to the people, and that is always guided by the people. Do you feel that's the kind of government that's in charge right now? Do you feel like you have a voice? Do you feel like it's out of control and there's nothing you can do about it? Yeah, because that's the way it really is. So in other words, this is not the government that's supposed to be in place. Now they took it over by fraud, lies, deception. They've stolen our money through false derivatives. This whole thing is a sham. I think legally we could actually shut it down. All this stuff is ours. If I steal your lakes and your rivers from underneath your inheritance, and I make billions and trillions in profit, well, guess what? If I stole it, it's still yours. Come take it back if you got the muscle. What you got, baby? That's their attitude. So you know what? We got to get organized first. They're trying to create a civil war. We don't fall into that trap. That's what they want, so they can spin it and make us look like the bad guys. We don't. We don't shoot. We hold off. We get organized. We get the entire American citizens involved in the safety net first. We spend, all the truthers get together, and we spend all of our resources and energy making this new program. Safety Net United, American Safety Net, whatever. And when everyone is involved, at least 70-80% of the people, then we ask this government kindly and nicely to step down as we restore the Constitution. There is nothing wrong with the Constitution. What's wrong is the people in charge that are violating the Constitution. Every law, someone can say, oh, I'm just following orders. If it's in violation of the Constitution, you're a criminal. You're a thug. The Nazis try to pull that crap at the Nuremberg trials. Well, I was just following orders. I murdered 300 people with my own handgun, but I was following orders. It didn't work too well because they had to hang by the neck until they were dead. We've been infiltrated. This government's been taken over. It's obvious. There's no argument to it. And I think everyone knows to a point once they realize what America was built on. See, a lot of people don't even know what America was built on. I'll be honest. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager kid, that kind of, 15, 16, I didn't know anything about the Constitution. They don't teach you that in school. I didn't know anything about it. I thought this is the way America was meant to be. I thought it was normal for cops to body slam you onto the ground and put you in jail if you had a marijuana joint in your pocket. I thought that was actually the norm. That if a cop tells you to stand up straight, you stand up straight and go, yes, sir. Yes, I thought that was the norm. But it's not. I didn't know they were supposed to be working for us. And they were supposed to be, on our side, our friends, making sure we're safe. You okay? Can I help you cross the street? You're an elderly lady. Let me help you cross the street. That's what cops used to do. They were good. Now there was always bad apples. There were always bad apples, of course. Always bad apples. But you get the point. Well, we got to if we restore the Constitution, you are going to have a life with quality you cannot believe. And then we try and find out what happened to our money. Because when you go to war and you win, and we won World War I and World War II, when you go to war and you win, you're supposed to get a lot of money for it. Oh yeah, they don't tell you that. If we're going to war, and if I win, I get this bottle of water from you. This is your water. But if I win, I get it. If you win, you get mine. Well, if I win, I got your water now, your bottle of water. See? We're supposed to all share it as a nation. That's how it's supposed to be. But when they won the wars, they kept it kind of quiet. All the profits and rewards came. All they said was the war is over, and we cheered, yay, we didn't get defeated, we weren't invaded, but we always forgot about the reward part of it. That's why you'll see military bases you'll see American military bases in Germany, in China, in Japan, because we actually own it. But you won't see a Chinese military base in LA. Of course not. They don't own us. But they don't tell you that part, see? You'll see our military bases everywhere we fought and won. Every nation that we fought and won, you'll see our bases there. Because we own it. But we never get any of the revenues. Matter of fact, when I think it was Obama, they said when he bailed out the banks, they said if he could have actually given every American a check for $2 million with that money. Every American could have got a check for $2 million, something like that. And then people think, well, who'd do all the work if we had that kind of money? You bring in people from other nations to work for us. Now, they could have money and they can share with their family. Everyone benefits that kind of way. But when they steal the money and give it to the bankers, and that goes overseas to create more black op programs to kill us off. You understand? Okay, well, have a nice day. Think it over.